sacrifices for duty. Her dedication and devotion as sovereign never wavered, through times of change and progress, through times of joy and celebration, and through times of sadness and loss.
In a rare emotional moment, King Charles made a life-altering appeal to his son, Prince William, one that could reshape the future of the monarchy. As the royal family faced devastating health battles, a profound shift took place.
I love this continent and spent many a year looking around, exploring it, and just really thrilled to have the reception and the exuberance and energy that's going to be in this room tonight around a shot in South Africa.
King Charles, reflecting on his own past mistakes, urged William not to sacrifice family for duty, a lesson born from his own struggles. What was once an unspoken rule of royal life now lies in question, as the monarchy faces an era of change, heartache, and the undeniable need for balance between family, duty, and legacy. Over the past year, the royal family has had to adapt to an increasingly unpredictable environment. Prince William, in particular, has had to reassess his priorities. As a husband and father, his immediate family has always been of utmost importance, but recent events have further underscored the need to place them first. At the heart of this shift is William's decision to temporarily pause his senior royal duties in order to focus on his wife, Catherine, and their children. This marked a dramatic shift within the monarchy, signaling that personal tribulations were no longer something to be set aside in the pursuit of royal obligations. William had previously taken a step back from his official duties when Catherine was diagnosed with cancer, opting instead to offer her full support. This selfless decision to prioritize family over duty reflects a changing tide within the monarchy, with an increasing focus on the well-being of family members. The unfolding events have also been explored in a new documentary titled William and Catherine: Putting Family First. This film delves into the personal struggles that have led to significant shifts within the royal institution. It shines a light on how both William and Catherine's health challenges have forced the royal family to take a step back and reflect on its priorities, ultimately embracing a more human-centered approach to royal duty. King Charles, in particular, has acknowledged this shift in royal dynamics, offering advice to his son that resonates deeply with the changing nature of monarchy. Reflecting on his own life, Charles shared with William the importance of balancing duty with family life, something he himself struggled with in the past. In a poignant moment, King Charles told Prince William, "Please don't make the mistake that I made, and I want you to enjoy your family life." This advice carries a weight of regret, as Charles has spent much of his life fully immersed in his royal responsibilities, often to the detriment of his personal happiness and family relationships. Now, as King Charles has had the opportunity to reflect on his past, he encourages his son to live differently. Charles has been deeply candid about his own struggles to find this balance. He expressed how his dedication to duty often meant that he neglected family life in ways that he now sees as a mistake. It is a rare moment of vulnerability from the king, who, having spent decades in the royal spotlight, is now seeking to ensure that his son does not make the same sacrifices he did. In many ways, this marks a new chapter for the monarchy, one where empathy, care, and a more compassionate approach to royal life are becoming central to its identity. This emotional appeal from Charles to William is more than just fatherly advice. It signals a transformation in the royal family's approach to leadership and public duty, with a focus on family and an understanding that the personal lives of the royal family members are just as important as their royal responsibilities. This shift is gradually redefining the role of the monarchy in modern Britain. In a world where public perception is crucial, and where the actions of royal figures are scrutinized with intensity, King Charles's words to his son may serve as a subtle but significant departure from the past. It highlights that, while duty is still important, it should not come at the cost of personal happiness and family well-being. This is a message that will resonate deeply with the British public, many of whom are themselves balancing family life and work in ways that have never been more challenging. The emotional toll of Catherine's illness and King Charles's health scare has also meant that the royal calendar has been dramatically altered. In the past, the royal family's schedule was packed with numerous public engagements and official duties, all designed to maintain the monarchy's presence in the public eye. However, in recent months, there has been a distinct shift. Prince William, once the dutiful royal, has taken a step back to focus on his family, demonstrating that there is more to royal life than ceremonial duties and public appearances. This reprioritization reflects a broader understanding within the monarchy that it can no longer afford to ignore the personal toll that public life exacts on its members. It is a necessary evolution for an institution that has long been associated with tradition, but which now faces the challenge of adapting to the changing expectations of modern society. One of the most striking aspects of this shift is how it's being portrayed in the media. The documentary, William and Catherine, Putting Family First, has given the public an inside look at how these personal tribulations have reshaped the royal family's approach to its duties. The film explores the personal challenges the couple has faced, but also how these struggles have led to a more humanized version of the monarchy. No longer is the royal family seen as a distant, impersonal institution. Instead, it is portrayed as a family that is deeply invested in each other's well-being, where support and love for one another take precedence over duty. This subtle but powerful change is not just happening behind closed doors, but is being reflected in the way the family engages with the public. King Charles's rare personal appeal to his son comes at a time when the royal family is under intense scrutiny. It is not simply about one man advising another. It is about the future of an institution that has weathered centuries of tradition and change. As Prince William stands on the precipice of his future role as the future King of England, his father's words serve as a reminder that the monarchy must evolve, adapt, and, most importantly, remain grounded in the values that matter most: love, family, and a sense of personal responsibility. It is no longer enough for royal figures to be seen as symbols of duty. They must also be seen as human beings who experience the same challenges, joys, and sacrifices as anyone else. This approach not only makes the monarchy more relatable, but also more resilient, prepared to face the demands of a modern world where symbolism and perception are key to its survival. In this emotional chapter for the royal family, the words of King Charles to Prince William may well be remembered as the turning point, a father's rare and deeply human plea for his son to embrace a different way of life, one that values family as much as duty, could serve as the foundation for a new era in the monarchy. This moment, though personal, reflects a broader shift in how we view monarchy and its place in the modern world, a shift towards a more balanced, humanized institution that understands the importance of both duty and family. This pivotal moment of advice could well be the defining legacy of King Charles's reign as he guides his son toward a new path for the future of the royal family. As the British royal family navigates a period of personal and public transition, the advice given by King Charles to his son Prince William marks a significant shift in the monarchy's approach to leadership and family. King Charles's reflection on his own life and the lessons he has learned has led him to advocate for a more balanced and compassionate approach to royal duty, one that places family at the forefront of a royal figure's priorities. This rare moment of vulnerability and personal reflection is not just a private exchange between a father and son, but a profound shift in the monarchy's ethos. The words Charles shared with William are rooted in a deep understanding of the demands of duty and family life, and they reflect a growing acknowledgement that the future of the royal family requires a more human-centered approach. For many years, the monarchy has been built upon the idea of duty above all else. Royal figures, particularly those in line for the throne, have been expected to place the needs of the nation and the crown above their own personal happiness and well-being. This has been a long-standing tradition within the royal family, one that has often been marked by a sense of personal sacrifice and public service. However, as the royal family has faced increasingly difficult challenges, including the health battles of King Charles and Catherine, the Princess of Wales, it has become clear that this approach is evolving. Personal struggles are no longer something to be hidden away or sacrificed for the greater good. Instead, They are acknowledged and embraced as a natural part of life. King Charles's advice to William is a testament to this shift, as it reflects an understanding that family life and personal happiness must not be compromised for the sake of duty. Reflecting on his own life, King Charles shared a deeply personal piece of advice with his son. "Please don't make the mistake that I made, and I want you to enjoy your family life." This simple yet powerful statement carries the weight of a lifetime of experience. Charles's own reign has been marked by a deep commitment to his royal duties, but this commitment has often come at the expense of his personal relationships and family life. Charles has spoken openly about the toll that his devotion to duty has taken on his family, particularly in the years following his divorce from Princess Diana. His words to William are a reflection of this painful history, and they offer a glimpse into the king's evolving perspective on the role of family within the royal structure. King Charles's plea to his son is an acknowledgement of the mistakes he has made in the past. He has often spoken about how his focus on duty and responsibility led him to neglect his family in ways that he now regrets. In many ways, this advice is a recognition of the changing times and the growing understanding that the royal family must adapt to the demands of the modern world. As the monarchy faces increasing public scrutiny, and as the expectations placed on royal figures continue to evolve, it is clear that King Charles recognizes the importance of balancing duty with personal happiness and family life. He has come to understand that the future of the monarchy depends not just on fulfilling ceremonial roles and duties, but on fostering meaningful relationships and maintaining a sense of personal well-being within the royal family. This shift in perspective is not only personal, but also institutional. The royal family, long associated with formality and tradition, is gradually becoming more humanized in the public eye. King Charles's advice to William, encouraging him to enjoy his family life, is part of a broader shift within the monarchy that is embracing the idea of leadership through empathy and compassion. In a world where royal figures are increasingly seen as symbols of tradition and continuity, it is no longer enough for them to simply embody ceremonial duties. Instead, they must also embody the values of modern society, including the importance of family, personal well-being, and emotional connection. The documentary William and Catherine, Putting Family First, explores this changing dynamic within the royal family, shedding light on how personal struggles have shaped the way the family approaches its royal duties. The film highlights the growing recognition that the royal family is not just a group of public figures, but a family that is deeply invested in each other's well-being. This shift in perspective is not just about making the monarchy more relatable to the public, but about ensuring that the royal family remains relevant in an increasingly complex world. As Prince William has demonstrated, by temporarily stepping back from his royal duties to focus on his wife and children, the monarchy is becoming more flexible in its approach to family life. This evolution is not only a response to personal challenges, but a recognition that the royal family must remain in tune with the changing expectations of society. The monarchy's new focus on family life and emotional well-being is also reflected in King Charles's relationship with his son. While King Charles has long been seen as a figure of duty and tradition, his growing understanding of the importance of family is reshaping his approach to leadership. In offering this advice to William, Charles is not only guiding his son, but also encouraging a broader reimagining of the role of monarchy in the modern world. This shift, though subtle, has the potential to redefine the monarchy's place in British society, making it more attuned to the emotional and personal needs of its members and more connected to the public in ways that have never been seen before. Prince William's response to his father's advice further underscores this change in the royal family. As the future King of England, William is clearly navigating the complexities of balancing his royal duties with his responsibilities as a husband and father. In taking a step back from his official duties to support his wife during her health crisis, William has already demonstrated his commitment to family over ceremony. This decision has not only reshaped his own approach to royalty, but has also sent a clear message to the public about the direction in which the monarchy is headed. William's choice to prioritize his family reflects a growing understanding that the monarchy must evolve in order to remain relevant and relatable to the people it serves. The shift in the monarchy's approach to family life and duty is also a response to the growing scrutiny the royal family faces in the modern age. In an era where the personal lives of public figures are constantly under the microscope, the royal family can no longer afford to ignore the human side of its existence. King Charles's personal reflection and advice to his son are part of a broader effort to make the monarchy more human, more grounded in reality, and more connected to the values that matter most to the British people. The monarchy's ability to navigate this changing landscape will depend on its willingness to embrace these new ideas and values, moving away from rigid tradition and embracing a more flexible and empathetic approach to leadership. This evolving approach to the monarchy also has broader implications for the way the public perceives royal figures. For many years, the royal family has been seen as a distant and somewhat aloof institution, one that is disconnected from the everyday lives of the people it serves. However, as the royal family embraces a more human-centered approach, this perception is beginning to change. King Charles's advice to William, his growing understanding of the importance of family life, and William's willingness to prioritize his family over royal duties all contribute to a more relatable and accessible image of the monarchy. This shift has the potential to strengthen the bond between the royal family and the public, ensuring that the monarchy remains a relevant and enduring symbol of British values. As the monarchy continues to evolve, Prince William's leadership is becoming increasingly pivotal in shaping its future. The emerging role of the Prince of Wales reflects a shift towards a more principled and decisive approach to royal duties, one that aligns with the changing expectations of the British public and the world. Prince William's growing influence is not just seen in his personal choices, but also in his ability to define the monarchy's direction in the face of new challenges and responsibilities. His leadership, though still in its formative stages, is already beginning to showcase the qualities that will define his reign when the time comes for him to ascend the throne. Prince William's ability to step into his role as a future king is becoming more evident, especially as he navigates the balance between his family life and his royal duties. His decision to temporarily step back from his royal responsibilities to support his wife, Catherine, during her health battles, has made a profound statement about his values and priorities. While many in the royal family have long been expected to place the institution above all else, including personal matters, William's actions reflect a shift in how royalty is viewed in the modern era. It is no longer enough for a royal figure to be seen as a distant symbol of tradition and duty. Today's monarchy must be grounded in empathy, personal connection, and the understanding that family matters just as much as royal responsibilities. In this light, William is not only preparing to be a king, but is already practicing the type of leadership that will define his reign. This transformation in the monarchy's approach to leadership is in part influenced by King Charles's own evolution as a monarch and father. The personal advice he gave to Prince William, encouraging him to prioritize family life over the rigid expectations of duty, is indicative of a broader understanding that the monarchy must change to remain relevant. King Charles's recognition of his past missteps, in which he often prioritized duty over family, has shaped his approach to raising his son and preparing him for the responsibilities of kingship. The fact that Charles is now openly encouraging William to strike a balance between family and duty speaks volumes about the changing nature of the monarchy and its leadership. This shift is significant not only for the royal family, but also for the British people, who are increasingly seeking stability and clarity from their royal figures. William's commitment to maintaining this balance, despite the pressure of his future role, suggests that he is prepared to lead with a sense of purpose and integrity that is both forward-thinking and grounded in tradition. William's emerging leadership style is also a response to the challenges faced by the royal family in recent years. The ongoing public scrutiny, particularly surrounding personal disputes and family tensions, has made it clear that the monarchy must adopt a more transparent and empathetic approach to its role. While King Charles has always been conscious of his public image, he has often been more conciliatory in his approach to family matters. William, by contrast, is taking a more decisive stance. His recent actions, including his statements about the future of the monarchy and his unwavering support for Catherine and their children, signal a break from the more passive approach of previous generations. This shift represents a clear departure from the past and reflects William's commitment to shaping a monarchy that is not defined by uncertainty or family drama, but by clarity, strength, and resilience. The contrast between Prince William's leadership and his father's more measured approach highlights the generational differences within the royal family. King Charles, who has spent much of his life balancing the demands of duty with personal challenges, is now encouraging his son to take a different path. While Charles's leadership has been marked by diplomacy and a willingness to navigate difficult family issues, William is showing signs of a more assertive style of leadership. This is not to say that William is unwilling to listen or engage in reconciliation, but rather that he understands the importance of drawing a firm line when necessary. His recent comments about the future of the monarchy and his approach to family matters suggest that he is ready to lead with a sense of principle and conviction. This shift in leadership style, while subtle, is indicative of a changing monarchy that is becoming more adaptable and responsive to the needs of the British people. One of the key aspects of Prince William's emerging leadership is his ability to balance tradition with modern values. The monarchy has long been associated with a sense of continuity and stability, but in an era of rapid change and shifting expectations, it is crucial that the monarchy adapt to the needs of society. William's leadership is already reflecting this understanding. By prioritizing family life and showing a willingness to stand firm on issues of personal and institutional importance, William is signaling that the monarchy will no longer be a passive symbol of tradition, but an active force for progress and stability. His recent actions, including his decision to step back from official duties to care for his family, show that he is not afraid to challenge the status quo and redefine what it means to be a royal leader in the 21st century. This shift in the monarchy's leadership is not just about personal choices, but also about the role of the royal family in global affairs. As Prince William prepares for his future role as king, his growing influence is being felt not only within the UK, but also on the global stage. His actions, words, and public statements are beginning to shape the way the monarchy is perceived around the world. In a time when symbolism and perception play an increasingly important role in international diplomacy, William's ability to project a strong and consistent image is critical. His leadership, which is already becoming more defined, suggests that the monarchy will play an important role in fostering global relationships and strengthening Britain's position on the world stage. This is an area where William's decisiveness and clarity will be crucial. As he steps into his role as a future king, his ability to navigate international relations and project a sense of authority and empathy will be essential. The monarchy's evolving role in global affairs is also evident in the way Prince William is positioning himself within the broader political and social landscape. As the world grapples with pressing issues such as climate change, economic inequality, and geopolitical tensions, the royal family must navigate these challenges while maintaining its relevance. William's leadership, with its emphasis on family, empathy, and principled decision-making, is increasingly seen as a model for how the monarchy can contribute to addressing these challenges. His willingness to speak out on important issues, combined with his ability to balance tradition with modern values, suggests that the monarchy can continue to play an important role in shaping global conversations. At the same time, Prince William's leadership is being tested by the ongoing tensions within the royal family. His relationship with his younger brother, Prince Harry, has been a subject of much public interest, and the differences between the two brothers have been widely documented. However, William's recent statements suggest that he is focused not on personal disputes, but on the long-term health and stability of the monarchy. His leadership is about protecting the institution, ensuring that it remains strong, and maintaining its relevance in a rapidly changing world. While his relationship with Harry remains complex, William's emphasis on loyalty, service, and strength suggests that he is more concerned with the future of the monarchy than with past conflicts. This is a clear indication that, when the time comes for him to lead, he will do so with a focus on the long-term goals of the royal family and the nation, rather than getting bogged down in personal differences. As the monarchy continues to evolve, it is clear that Prince William is already stepping into his role as a future king with remarkable confidence. His leadership is beginning to take shape, and the qualities that will define his reign are becoming increasingly evident. Whether it is his decision to prioritize family over duty, his commitment to balancing tradition with modern values, or his ability to project strength and empathy on the world stage, William's actions suggest that he is ready to lead the monarchy into a new era. The British public, weary of royal drama and seeking stability, is increasingly looking to William as a figure who can provide the clarity and consistency that the monarchy needs. In this light, William's leadership is already beginning to shape the future of the royal family. And when the time comes for him to ascend the throne, it is clear that he will do so with a sense of purpose and confidence that will define his reign for years to come.